Hi guys, time for another rubber band powered car. Christmas time, and I bought these items in Poundland. So we've got some paper cups, 16 of them I think, yeah, 16 paper cups, 25 paper straws, we only need one or two of them, and some cheap Christmas cards, 15 pack. So pound for them, pound for them, pound for them. Oh, super glue, pack of 5 or 6 of them for £1, and some bamboo canes. You can get a pack of about 50 of them for £1. These are ones I've used before. That one's even got a hook on it for holding the rubber band in place. That's just the top cut off and glued in place. I've used super glue there with a bit of baking powder mixed in with it to make it extra hard, but you don't really need that. That's just one I've used before. Right, plan is glue some of these end to end. I should think 4 will be enough. I'm going to glue them end to end. In fact, I'm going to glue that way, and then open on the end again, because I want the open end on the outside rather than the closed end. We're not talking about airfoil shapes or anything like that, or wind resistance. It's not going to be a problem for a little car like this. So I'm going to super glue them end to end, and before I do that I'm going to cut the middle out because we want the rubber band to go through the middle. And then when we've done that, we'll put a drinking straw across the end for the axle tube, glue that in place. Might be able to glue it just straight, might need to cut a little notch in there. And then finally, for the wheels, I'm thinking of cutting the end off, or even that end, doesn't really matter which end we do. We're going to have to cut it very neatly, and then cut some circles out of these for the wheels. We could use these as the wheels, but they'll be a bit small. You'll get wheel spin with them. So, I mean, you know, you could, if you wanted to, you could do that, glue them together and have very long, wide wheels. Or you could cut them down in size. If you cut 2 of them and glue them together, so they've got space in the middle, that helps support the axle. So if you cut them about that big, they would work as wheels, but they'd be too small for what I want to do. So I'm going to get a compass, draw a circle on here, cut circles out and use those for wheels. I'll probably glue them 2 layers together to give us a bit of extra strength. All done with super glue, but you could use paper glue, virtually any glue, as long as it will stick paper to paper. I'll get on and do that. Right, having trouble here. I think these cups may have a wax or waxy covering and the super glue isn't sticking to them. So we can either put tape around them, which would be just as easy, or I'm just going to rub the surface on a bit of sandpaper to roughen it up. The bottom seems to have glued fine, it's just the top. That appears to have joined together nicely. So I think that was the case, that there was some sort of waxy surface to the rim, the inside I expect, that the glue wasn't sticking to. So rubbing it with a bit of sandpaper got us back to the bare card, and the glue has stuck fine to that. Hole up through the middle. So that's our chassis, body, whatever. First thing I want to do is see if I can cut the bottom off neatly. Just a random item that's the sort of size I had in mind. So if I hold that like that, so my idea is that's going to be the hub. I'm aiming for the same diameter as a CD, which is 12 centimetres. So that means we set the compass to 6 centimetres. This card isn't going to be very strong, so I will glue it together first. Again, you can use any glue you like. So if you had more time, I'd do this overnight with PVA glue or something like that. Right, I'm marking up where that's going to go to help me align it when I glue it in place. Don't know if this will work, but we'll try it. That's just so we can get the centre mark in there. Right. Some more of these. Right, now the axle tubes. Do we cut a little notch? I think so. Getting this end parallel with that end may be a problem. Right, we need some rubber bands to go up the middle. That'll be the biggest problem, getting them to drop all the way through and come out the other end, because they'll get caught up on the way through. You might want to use something that you can reach up the middle and hook onto. Right, this is the problem. You can't reach in there and get hold of it. Right, to reach up through, I've made myself a hook on a stick. So, we've got a hook on the back of the axle, or on the back axle, so we can just wrap it round and wind it up. Right, we had wheel spin first attempt, so I've added a bit of weight in the back there, just an old battery with a bit of blue tack to hold it in place. Well, not bad, not the full distance though. Try that again. Yep, that'll do. Summary time. Well, tell you what we've got first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paper cups, 4 for the body, and then cutting the bottoms off for the hubs for the wheels. The wheels are actually Christmas cards, double layer to give them a bit of strength. Axles are barbecue skewers. The axle tubes are paper straws. Then I've had to add a bit of weight in the back there. That's just a dead battery, just to stop the wheel spin. And rubber bands. But I would say that one's been quite a pain to get it to go straight. It'll be to do with the alignment when I've glued them together, whether the back axle is parallel to the front axle. And when I put the tension on the rubber band, that's distorting it a little bit as well. So I was getting it to run straight if you push it, but it was curving a bit under power because that was distorting the body. So that was more difficult than it should have been, but it did work in the end.